I'm waiting for one of my social media pages to go live. More specifically, my Instagram page, Trouble Don't Last. So go ahead and follow me on my Instagram page, Trouble Don't Last. All right. So if it hurries up and goes live, we can hurry up and start. The complications. All right, now we're live. All right, cool. All right, what's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. The club is going up on a Tuesday. Today is, what's today's date? Tuesday, February 7, 2023. So, guys, I have a treat for you guys. So, as you can see, you can't really see on my Instagram page. It's my_day_Bible, or my other Instagram page, Trouble Don't Last. But on my other social media platforms, I have number 30 right behind me, right? And so I have a playlist on my YouTube channel titled I Hate My Birthdays, right? So I want everybody, I know you guys are going to enjoy this video. I have a treat for you guys today. So if you enjoy this video, go to that playlist to listen to anything else that I have to say about my birthdays. So this video is specifically tailored and it's for people who hate their birthdays, who get sad around their birthdays, who get discouraged about getting older, who don't like that they're getting older and wish they were younger. Like, this video is for you, right? And the video's on comparison, right? So let's talk about comparison real quick. So I received so much advice, so much revelation, so much inspiration on my 30th birthday from so many people. So if you're one of the people who gave me inspiration, who gave me words of encouragement, who just uplifted me during my 30th birthday, thank you. My birthday was on December 28th, by the way. I was born in 1992, so my birthday wasn't too long ago, but I still have so much to say about all the advice and everything that I got. So if you saw this post on my Instagram page, I was telling everybody, just give me advice, you know, when it comes to anybody who feels like I feel about getting older. So for my 30th birthday, guys, I was really discouraged and downtrodden and sad about getting older because there's just so much things that I haven't done that I thought I would do by the age of 30. Right? You guys know how when you were 12 and when you were growing up, you know, when you were real little, you said you'll get married at 22, just like your parents. You'll have about 3 or 4 kids by the age of 30, and obviously you'll stop getting kids when you're like 35. You thought obviously you'll have a house by 23 at least. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the way life works, all life, like, I'm very goal oriented, right? I'm very ambitious. So there's a lot of stuff that I want to do by a certain age. And so when that doesn't happen, it just makes me sad. So that's what my 30th birthday was. It was the most despairing time ever. It started when I was 25, but it got even worse when I was 30. So here goes something I want to share with you guys, right? So I saw a quote the other day, and this video is called, Take Your Cues from God. Right? So here goes the quote. When comparison makes you feel less than, like you're the only one who hasn't been picked yet, remember that God doesn't ask you to take your cues from those around you. He asks you to take your cues from Him, the one who already calls you His masterpiece. So for my 30th birthday, what I was doing was comparing my life with the life that my parents had. They got married by a certain age. They had a certain amount of kids by a certain age. We also did that with, just people I grew up with. They're married. They're out of their parents' house. They got their own houses. They got kids. Everybody's at a different level in life. You know what I'm saying? So, as an adult, you may feel like you've been left behind, watching your friends get married, watching your friends have kids, watching other people receive, new high paying salaries in the NFL, in the NBA, like crazy. Your friends receive new jobs, and you see people get the very things that you've been praying for, you've been hoping for yourself, but you don't get them, right? And I want to use an analogy like this for this video to really hone this video in. You guys remember when you were younger? And I'm a hooper, right? So I love basketball. So whenever we hooped and played basketball in the neighborhood or even in school, we used to pick teams, right? And so a question I want to ask you guys, were you ever picked last to be on a team? Do you know what it feels like to be picked last? So sometimes in life, as an adult, you can feel like you've been picked last. When your friends and everybody around you are just getting all the things that you thought you would have by that age, but they get at an even younger age, or they get it, way before you did. And that's a lot of time. That's what we do in life. A lot of times, because we're comparing our lives with other people's and what they have going on, we're taking our cues from them instead of taking our cues from God. So let's go back to that quote. When comparison makes you feel less than, like you're the only one who hasn't been picked yet, remember that God doesn't ask you to take your cues from those around you. He asks you to take your cues from Him, the one who already calls you His masterpiece. So I want everybody to know, your life is not just another life. Your life is not meaningless. Your life, just because it's not what you want it to be, it's not as grand as the people you see on TMZ and with celebrities, Kim Kardashians, these reality shows, The Bachelor, Bachelorette. Like, stop playing. Stop playing. Like, just because your life's not like that does not mean your life is any less than or less significant or just isn't special. Just because you don't think it's special. I want everybody to know who's watching this video, you're a masterpiece. And you're not just any masterpiece, you're God's masterpiece. And God has a master plan for all of our lives. So we need to start taking our cues from God and what He has going on in our lives. So what is, in the Bible, it calls us His masterpiece. You guys see what I'm saying? So a masterpiece. I should show you guys a painting, but you just picture a painting for me. I've used this as an analogy before on my YouTube channel, but here we go again. Like, your life's a painting. God's the painter. You know how most of the time I'm an artist too, by the way. Most of the time when you're an artist, you know exactly what you want to draw, how you want to draw it, how it's going to come out, and what you want to do with this masterpiece that you're about to make. Because that's what you're about to make when you're an artist. You're about to make a masterpiece. This ain't just going to be another work of art. This is going to be better than a work of art you did before. That's what God did with your story and with your life. Your life's a painting. It's a masterpiece. God's going to make it way better than anybody else's to ever exist. Because it's a specific masterpiece that He's working on with you in your life. So God's the painter. He already knows how it's going to end, how it's going to begin, how He wants the strokes to go on this painting and in your life. God has already set it all out and laid it all out for you, right? And we got to trust and know that He is making something special in our lives, no matter if we feel like we're being picked last, no matter if we feel like we're last in line or last in life, right? Just like being picked last when it comes to a kickball game or a basketball game growing up. Like, that was the worst feeling, being picked last. But let me tell you something special, guys, because, I'm in this ballpark too. For my 30th birthday, let me give you a little hint. The longer something takes to happen, the greater the reward. The longer the wait, the greater the calling, right? So God's doing something special in the wait. He's making you way more mature than everybody else, right? Before everybody else got what they had, they were not that mature. But you're going to be real mature before you get what you get, right? You're going to have a way greater and deeper relationship with God through the wait, through that season of waiting before you get what you've always been hoping for and wishing for, man. So, yeah, this series on my YouTube channel, I basically should have titled it, Comparison is the Thief of Joy. Because this is where all this video started, right? It all started with me doing videos on comparison. And so, yeah, you should totally check out this playlist on my YouTube channel, Uplift, Crossroads. It's just type in anything like comparison, never compare, don't compare yourself to other stuff like that on my YouTube channel. You'll come up with this. But I did a lot of videos just talking about, like, comparison is the thief of joy. So a lot of times in life, we miss out on the masterpiece and the work of art that God is doing in our lives because we're comparing it with the work of art and the masterpiece of somebody that somebody else has, that's somebody else's life that God has done through them, right? And so the whole point of this video that I'm trying to tell everybody, what I learned from my 30th birthday, is I need to take my cues from God. I don't need to take it from what everybody else has going on and what everybody else lives look like, and just what God is doing with them, right? Because God's doing something different, for me in my life, in my household, right? So I got to learn how to be content and satisfied and just, go with the flow of what God is doing in my life. And same thing for us, guys, because like again, when you compare your life to others, you're only stealing the good things that God is doing for you. You're only allowing the devil to steal, kill, and destroy the good things that God is doing in your life right now. Because God is doing some great things in your life right now. But when you compare and you take your cues from what other people are doing, you're only stealing the joy that God wants you to have for the life that you have right now and the masterpiece that He's working on your life right now. So again, guys, take your cues from God. Don't take your cues from other people. So when everybody else has, great things happening in their lives, and it makes you feel lesser than, you know, it makes you feel like you're the only one who hasn't been picked yet. Like we talked about at the very beginning of this video. Just remember that God doesn't ask you to take your cues from those around you. He asks you to focus on Him, right? And we've been talking about that a lot on my YouTube channel. With Hebrews 12. I'm gonna read it again because this chapter in the Bible just blesses me so much. I just want to bless you guys. Like, let's what does the Bible have to say about this? What we're talking about? We're just got back up way to the Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1-4. It says, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off anything that hinders in the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race that's marked out for us. Fix our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer, perfecter, and author of our faith. For the joy that was set before him endured the cross, scorning his shame, and sat down at the right throne of God. Consider him, right? Consider him who endured such opposition from sinners, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. In your struggle against sin, you have not yet resisted to the point of the shedding of blood. So guys, instead of taking your cues from other people and what other people have going on, we need to take our cues from God. We need to focus on Jesus. Nobody suffered like Jesus. Nobody had it worse than Jesus to ever exist. Every human being has only had a cup, a little portion of what Jesus went through. That's it. None of us has struggled against sin to the point of the shedding of blood. That means bleeding blood while you pray, while you being so stressed out that you just bleed, right? Instead of sweating. So consider him who endures such opposition from sinners, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. So Jesus endured suffering and opposition so that we can obtain strength, so we can receive the victory, because Christ's victory is our victory, like Terry says all the time on my YouTube channel. So because Jesus went to the cross, he already laid out our success for us. He already paved out a road for us. He already led us to a way into a path of success. He gave us a way out of our awful oppositions and situations that we face in life. So he gave us a way to where he paid out a way for us to where we can never grow weary, never lose heart, if we just fix our eyes on Jesus and look to him for our hope, right? We need to focus on Jesus. We need to take our P's and Q's from God, not from what other people got going on, not from what other people say, not from what other people think life is all about and what you should have by the age of 30, and not what other people have by the age of 30 and what other people have going on by the age of 21. Like, it doesn't matter. We need to take our P's and Q's from God, because again, God has marked out a race for us, for each of us. And all of our races are different, right? And it's going to be hard. It's going to take a while, right? You're not going to receive things when other people receive them sometimes. So we got to have perseverance. You guys see what I'm saying? Because this life is not for the swift. It's for those who can endure to the end. Life's a marathon. It's not a sprint, right? So guys, you ran before. Which one sucks more? Running a sprint or running a marathon, running 3 miles, running 8 miles? Like, heck to the no. Running cross country, that's a heck to the no. I'm not doing that. So why don't people want to run long distances? Because it hurts more, because you got to work your body parts more. It takes longer. It's harder, right? It's harder to breathe, right? So like, nobody likes sprinting. I mean, everybody likes sprinting compared to that, right? So because it's quicker, right? Yeah, you're using the same ligaments and stuff like that, but you're not. It's for a shorter time period, right? So like in this life, man, stuff's not gonna happen when you want it to happen, right? So we gotta throw off everything that hinders us, everything that hinders us on our race, so that we can run this race with endurance. So one thing that hinders us is taking our P's and Q's from other people, comparing ourselves with other people and what they got going on, instead of focusing in on what God is doing in our lives. Focus on your own painting. Focus on your own masterpiece. Focus on what God is doing in your life specifically. Don't look at anybody else's, because God's doing enough in your life to be so focused on it that you just enjoy the race, enjoy the path, and enjoy the work of art that God's doing in your life. Instead of enjoying, Beyonce's life more than you enjoy yours, or instead of enjoying, I don't know, Cardi B's and Megan Thee Stallion, just anybody famous. Like most people enjoy famous people's lives in the race that God marked out for them more than they enjoy the life that God's marked out for themselves, right? So instead of taking your P's and Q's from other people, take your P's and Q's from God. And that's the video, guys. I pray that you guys were blessed by it. So if you enjoyed it, again, on my YouTube channel, Uplift Past Crossroads, and on my podcast, Uplift Past Crossroads, man, I've been talking about this like crazy. Just talking about just all the stuff I learned on my 30th birthday, like all the revelation I received and stuff like that. So make sure to go to my social media pages, right, to see all that. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, like just all the playlists you can see, more videos I've done on this. But anyway, here goes my social media pages. I told you my YouTube channel and podcast is Upload Past Crossroads. Facebook page and LinkedIn page is Sean Christopher Jenkins. My Twitter, Snap, and Instagram and TikTok's Trouble Don't Last. My Instagram page, my other one is mine_daily_Bible. On my Tumblr page is Trouble Don't Last #1. And then if you really enjoy this video, if you go to my YouTube channel, Upload Past Crossroads, you'll see that I have a playlist titled, comparison, never compare, don't compare yourself to other stuff like that. So type that in to see that playlist on my YouTube channel, when you go to playlist right here. And then you'll see just all the videos that I've done that relate to, comparison, don't compare yourself and stuff like that. And then also I have another playlist on my YouTube channel titled I Hate My Birthday. So check out this playlist as well to receive any revelation you need for your birthdays. So if you get discouraged on your birthdays, you feel sad about getting older, and you wish you were younger, and you wish you would have took more advantage of your youth because you're not at where you want to be in older age, you check out this playlist, guys, because I'm sharing just all the inspirational messages and revelations I received from God and from God through people on this playlist on my YouTube channel. So yeah, guys, I pray you guys enjoyed this video. This is my last video for today. I'm going to bed probably. I got so much work to do. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I pray everybody's doing spectacular, stupendous, phenomenal. If you enjoyed this video, send me a DM. If you want me to do a video on your favorite Bible verse or a Bible verse you got a question on, or just anything in life, send me a DM. I'll do a video for you. All right. So yeah, but until we meet again, I pray that everybody's doing stupendous. Share this video with other people you think it's going to bless. Share my YouTube channel, my social media pages with other people you think it's going to bless. Because again, I have the best social media pages ever. And I pray in Jesus' name that, Christ's victory becomes your victory, which means, you receive the victory through each and every single obstacle and each and every single hardship, each and every single trial that you face in this life, because Christ has already paved the way and gave us the victory. All we got to do is receive it, accept it, fight for it, and stand firm on it until we receive the victory. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. So I pray that everybody receives the victory through all the Goliaths, all the obstacles, all the problems that you're facing in this life. And you get to see God at work and do the impossible and bring you through it, bring you over it, help you to overcome it, and just restores it to something even better, right? So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Thanks for tuning in.